This video, I'm going to show you 3 money beliefs that are keeping you in scarcity or that are keeping you in a poor lack mindset. I'm going to show you how to go beyond it, and I'm going to answer and debunk those 3 beliefs. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you those 3 most common money beliefs that keep people in a scarcity mindset. And it has to do with understanding also that our beliefs create our reality. So if we believe that something is going to be difficult, then a self-fulfilling prophecy is going to be what we experience. If we believe that something is going to make us a certain type of person, then we may refrain from wanting to draw something closer to us because of that connotation or the meaning we are giving it. Now the thing is when we change our beliefs, we then change our life. We then change what we perceive of in reality. So in my own journey, I've noticed that as I've changed my money beliefs, I've gone from somebody that used to believe I had to work a 9-to-5 job and I went in every single day and worked that job, and I didn't enjoy being there. I would normally vent to the other coworkers about how slow it was because I sold women's shoes at a place called Barney's in New York, and also Nordstrom's before that. And when I was there, it was a commission sales-based job, did not enjoy it, but I told myself a story that I had to work this job. And then I was, eventually, I started to change and challenge my money beliefs and also just my beliefs about who I am in general. And as I did that, I then changed my self-image about myself, and now I live a lifestyle where I get to travel the world. Right now I'm in Tulum. After this I go to Costa Rica. I have more freedom and abundance than honestly I'd ever thought would happen this quick. I knew it would eventually happen because I knew that I would stay focused on it, but it happened within like a year or two of changing my money beliefs. So the 3 beliefs I'm going to share with you are also beliefs that I changed within myself. Plus, what I did is I did an Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you can follow me at Aaron_Doughty44. And there what I did is I did a question poll type thing where I asked people, what are your most common money beliefs that are limiting you? And there were 3 or 4 that were very, very consistent, and these are the 3 beliefs that most people claim to have. And what I'm going to do in this video is debunk them, show you, in a way, debate those beliefs so that you can start to, within yourself, see it in a new way. In a way, I used to do forensics debate back in high school, and it was like you could critique different points. And I think by critiquing these, you will then see that you can start to see how you can change your money beliefs within yourself. Now, just to give it a little bit of a basis as well, I went through a spiritual awakening in 2012 that changed a lot about my beliefs. I realized that things in life were very different than I thought before. I realized that I was an eternal spiritual being living a temporary human experience. I saw, and in a way, I started to actually develop a negative belief around it because I started to become or consider myself a spiritual person, and I started to assume that if you're spiritual, then money is bad. And believing that money is bad, I then found out shortly that the more I believed money was bad, the less I would want to acquire more of it, the less I would find myself in synchronistic opportunities of abundance. Because if it's bad, then you resistantly push it away. It's exactly what happened. I said money is bad, the money isn't backed by gold, thinking that money was a form of control on the planet. And while some of those, we may even look at them and be like, well, there is certain ways that is true. Money isn't backed by gold. But the thing is it's about understanding the meaning we give it. The meaning we give it. So the first belief that most people had, especially in the Instagram poll that I did, is that money is bad. That's what I believed for years. However, this is the reframe that you want to have with it. Money is bad. It makes me a bad person for having money. We will resist more money coming into our life if we believe that. Now, the key to this is knowing that money is actually something completely different. Money is not bad. Money is not good. Money is energy. Money is energy. Money isn't even actually real other than the agreement that we all have with each other that we say, oh, when you exchange this many pieces of paper with this number symbol on it, then it means you can get this much goods. We agree to it, and that's why it has power. Money only has power because we agree that it does have power. Money is an energy exchange system that we use on the planet. This reframe changes everything Because when you start to see it as energy, it is not good, it is not bad, it is just energy. But here's where the game changer comes in. When people are saying, I want to attract more money, what it is failing to look at is that when you want to attract more money, you need to also be aware of what are you putting out to receive that money. Because the way it works is what you put out is what you get back. So what I do for a living is I put out information. I condense information that's already free to everyone out there. Everyone can meditate, everyone can do their own research. But what I do is I save people time. I do my own research. I'm extraordinarily passionate about it. I express it in a way where you can maybe feel this passion. And what then happens is then you're able to take that information and do something with it. It's information. So you see, this is the key, is when you start to see it as what can I give. If you look at any product that you could see, let's say on the show Shark Tank, if a product's going to do well, it's going to add some type of value, and in exchange for that value, people are willing to give money. It's a perceived value as well. You could say, well, cigarettes don't add value to people. It actually harms people. Well, the people that smoke the cigarettes would tell you that it does give them value, because they would have some belief that says, oh, this adds something, maybe it gives me a temporary relief, even though there's a more negative side effect of it. It's a temporary fix for them. So when you think of money as energy, everything begins to change. Now, everything in reality is fundamentally neutral. We give it meaning. Is a rainy day good or bad? It depends upon your beliefs about it and your connotations about it and your past experiences and the meaning you give it. Money is a completely neutral idea. So when you change the way that you see money and you realize it's not about how can you get money, how can you get money, how can you get money, it's how can you give energy, how can you express yourself in reality, knowing that the more you do that authentically, the more that other people at the same time will be willing to give you something in exchange for the value you provide. Money is energy. So this right here is a game changer. This changed my life because, also when we talk about spirit, let's talk for a second about spiritual people. A lot of people believe that if you attain more money and you're spiritual, that's a negative thing. That'll make you more of a materialistic person. However, what I found in my own life is however you are on the inside is going to determine what you do with that money. So for example, yes, there are people that use money for negative reasons. They use money for power and for ego gratification. There are also people that use money for very egoless things. Maybe to donate, maybe to help other people. Since I've become more abundant, I've been able to help family members. I've been able to help more people in my life that I wouldn't normally be able to do if I didn't have that perspective. If I didn't acquire and focus on providing value in exchange for that value becoming abundant. So, are you going to be bad if you get more money and if you become more successful? It will just expose to you what's already inside. And it's completely up to you. It depends upon you and what you want to do with that abundance. Yes, anything can be done in different ways. It depends upon the quality, not what it is, but how it is done. So you can use it for good, you can use it for bad. It's up to you. But what a lot of times our mind does is we have a certain archetype or a certain vision in our mind for the way that we're going to be if we do have money. We think of the person that wins the lottery, that just buys all the cool stuff, and then their life goes down in a downward spiral. That's what we assume will happen. But what you can know is that you will then have more resources to become more abundant. I think one of the most selfless things you can do is to become extraordinarily abundant. Because then you can add more value to other people, even family members, even charities that you might have. And the way that I view it is the more abundant I become, the more that I can build a team of people that can then help get this message out into the world. That's a huge game-changing perspective. So the most selfish thing you can do is make it all about you and your beliefs about money. And this is bad and this is good, and having it and realizing that by having that perspective, you can't help other people. You can't build your vision that can then impact many people. You see, if you're living your true life of the way you prefer to live it, that's going to influence people in a certain way. It's going to inspire other people to go for their own dreams. But you see, it's selfish to think that's all about us and our own limiting beliefs, and the spiritual thing to do is to just sit around and not influence the world in a positive way. So this is a refrain. Money is bad. No, money is energy. And when you start focusing on the energy you put out into the world, putting out positive energy, you will then start to see that money wants to come to you, because then in a way you can build something greater, something that adds more value. Money is an exchange of energy that we've agreed to on the planet. So instead of making it about the money, also people focus so much on the money. Don't focus on the money, focus on the energy, the expression, the passion that you have. Money is a side effect of you doing your passion. Because energy is a side effect. Energy coming back to you is a side effect of you putting out that energy into the world. So this little reframing here, I think, could totally change your life. And the second belief I want to talk about is that money is hard to make. Money is hard to make. Listen to this. Our definitions create our reality. If you believe that money is hard to make, well, guess what? You're right. Because it's illegal to make money. If you make money, it is illegal. And you know that if you look at the Secret Service, they're involved with catching people that make money. So of course it's hard to make money. It's completely illegal to do, and you're going to feel guilty about it. You see, the key to this is you don't want to make money. You want to generate and accumulate money, which is energy, in exchange for the value you put out into the world. It's hard to make money. Of course it's hard to make money. It's illegal to make money. You cannot printing off your own money, finding somebody to do that, and then hiding. That is completely something that is illegal. Now, I know this sounds like a play on words. You're like, oh, Aaron, we meant it's hard to make it, like to acquire it. Well, the thing is realize definitions, language has a powerful effect on our beliefs. And think about it. I talk about this a lot. If you need to create your own reality, you have to create it out of nothing. And you have to do all of these things. Instead, you realize that every possible reality you can imagine already exists. If you get in vibrational alignment with it, then you will perceive of it. In the same way, you don't have to make the money. Because it's illegal to make money, you can simply realize that the money already exists, and what you want to do is get in vibrational resonance with it. Now, in general, it will feel like hard work if you are trying to focus on the money. Because money is a side effect. Money is an energy side effect of you doing what you love and of you adding value to others. So if you shift the focus from that to how can I add value, how can I be passionate, what am I passionate about, the money comes easier, much more easy. Here's the thing. I have been making daily videos on YouTube for 3 years. I work probably 8 to 12 hours a day. And I absolutely love what I do. And when I had a 9-to-5 job, I'd work like 6.5 hours a day. And I absolutely loathed going to work. I did not enjoy it. I work more now, but I absolutely love it, and I don't even consider it work. When you find what you love to do, you will feel like it is not work. You will feel like you absolutely enjoy it. So hard work, believing it's hard to make money, believing it's hard work, just understand that's a belief that you have. What I would do is become aware of where that belief comes from. Did it come from your parents? Did your parents say, oh, it's very hard to make money? Or did they always have some like blue collar job where they had to work really hard for it? And be aware that those were someone else's beliefs that you may have taken on. So when you become aware of that, then you could see, oh, it's not really my belief. I will tell you from experience, it's only beginning, in the beginning is where there's the most effort that it takes, because the wheel hasn't started spinning, you haven't developed momentum. But now that I have a certain amount of videos on YouTube, for example, in the beginning it was hard to do. I started to see myself differently. I started to see myself as a video creator, but I had a 9-to-5 job. So I was working 40 hours a week and I was making videos every single day. But there's a tipping point that happens where it starts to click into your identity. I was like, this is just who I am. I am somebody that creates daily videos. And eventually it became easier and easier to now, for example, the system works for me. Because I have a certain amount of growth on YouTube, it's like now when I put out a video, it takes off much faster than it used to because I've done the work and developed that momentum. That wheel has been spinning. So you may have to, in the beginning, put in some effort. But understand that the more you do it, the easier it goes, the faster that wheel spins, and the easier it becomes. So money is easier to make the more that you focus, well, not to make, but to accumulate, the more that you focus on the energy output, because then it becomes a part of who you are. So yes, money is hard to make because it is illegal to do that. And money is hard to make because it is something you have to assume that you have to make out of nothing. It's about getting in vibrational resonance, and the energy you put out puts out the vibrational resonance of it coming back to you. So hopefully that will completely change your perspective. Your definitions create your reality. So if you say, I have to make money, you're implying something very difficult just because of the definition. Now, the third money belief that is keeping you in scarcity mindset is that you may believe that there is scarcity in the world, or that if you become abundant, you're taking away from someone else. There's scarcity out there, or there's some type of like mindset in general. Now understand this, there is an abundance of everything in the world. This, remember, definitions create reality. There is an abundance of everything in the world. If you believe that there is scarcity, then you are experiencing an abundance of scarcity. Let me say that a little bit differently. There's an abundance of everything in the world. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. If you're focused on lack, then you will get an abundance of lack. If you are focused on scarcity, you will get abundance of scarcity. There's only abundance. Whatever you focus on, you're abundant in. If you're focused on lack, then you're getting abundance of lack. If you're focused on scarcity, you're getting abundance of scarcity. So what and why would you choose to focus on that? That's then the question. You see, this simple idea right here can change everything. Now, another thing that helped me was there was a book I read when I was working that 9-to-5 job at Nordstrom's in women's shoes. And I read a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Walter Wattles. It's a 60-page book. It talks about formless intelligence and how to acquire and to become rich. And one thing that really helped me is there's a difference between this creative mindset and the competitive mindset, which is very relevant because the job I had was a commission job. And I'd help customers, and some customer came in and I could have got the customer and helped them and sold them something, but somebody else got a good sale from them. It's like, oh, competition, they got the good sale. And then it puts me into a less vibrational state, and then I find and create this story that, oh, because they had a good customer, now that took away from my own sales, which would then be a self-perpetual cycle. But a huge game changer for me was when I went in and I learned about this creative mindset. There's an abundance of everything in the universe. Because one person had a good sale doesn't mean that I have to drop my state and then to perceive of a reality that is this scarcity story that I tell myself. And whenever I had that perspective that there's an abundance of everything, I would almost give it the meaning, they had a good sale, that's amazing. That means customers are in such a good mood today, they want to buy, there's such good energy today, all these other stories, then that creative mindset would create amazing amounts of abundance. So the competition mindset is a scarcity mindset. You don't have to compete. There's an abundance of whatever you focus on. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. If you're focusing on scarcity, you will get an abundance of scarcity. There is only abundance. So then you can start to redefine this and then say, this puts the awareness back in your court, ball is in your court, and you could say to yourself, why am I going to continue to focus on this? And when you start to change that perspective, that's when everything in your life will begin to change. You start to shift your focus to the creative mindset, also allowing the universe to bring things to you. You see, this is the type of transformation that can happen within you when you start to realize the stories you tell yourself about reality. These are the three most common beliefs that I've noticed, and these are things that I teach in something called the Shift Academy. The Shift Academy is where we go over your beliefs about reality, just like we did now, and I show you how to reframe them, how to change them, and how to start to see things in a completely new way. It'll change your identity for the way you see yourself, and then allow you to then be the kind of person you prefer to be. What I share in there is how I went from that 9-to-5 job of not doing what I love to doing and living my dream lifestyle. It's through a process called belief shifting, which I teach in that of the Shift Academy. If you want to join, you can go to aarondoughty.com/the Shift Academy. It'll be in the top of the description box below. If you join at that link below right now, what you'll also get is you will get the Raise Your Vibrational Set Point live event that I did with Leora Alexandra, Victor Otto here in Las Vegas, not here in Vegas, but back home in Vegas. And it's over 3 hours long. There's a live meditation. It was a really cool event, and you get to see us live in action. It's a free bonus if you join now. There's no monthly contracts, but every single month you get a 2-hour-long Zoom call. There's a group coaching Zoom call. I actually bring people on and work with them. You see the transformational type work, and it shows you how to go. These people, you'd see that people literally become different people by the end of it. And if you're in it, you know what I'm talking about. And also you get monthly videos that aren't on YouTube that show you how to apply this process, plus premium meditations, many of which aren't on YouTube, and they'll help you to wire in this new you and to wire in beyond belief and into being. So if you want to join the Shift Academy and be a part of my inner circle, you'll see it at aarondoughty.com/the Shift Academy. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like me to do more videos where I get beliefs and find beliefs on Instagram and debunk them like this, could you smash that like button? Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if there's any other beliefs you'd like me to debunk. You can put it in the comments below. And other than that, as always, see you on the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.